Hello, Star Wars fans. Hey, you know it's just 108 days and 13 hours until Christmas 2021. You know, I had to add the hours in there, so that was good fun. Here in the Eastern time zone, of course, it may be different where you are, but want to say hello, everybody. I hope you had a good Labor Day holiday if you're here in the States. For those of you who are watching from other places, it's good to be back and good to see you all. And I see all of our regulars coming in. Gray, hello. Good to see you again, Gray. Love when get to spend some time with her. Mark Hamilton, Darth Chaos, Ronnie, hello. Ronnie Jimenez, good to see you. We've got a couple of folks. Green Bear is here. And we've got a couple of people who are in class. So Jonathan says, sorry, can't make it. I'm in class. Oh, let's see. Let's get back here. Here we go. He's in school right now, and we've got Green Bear here. Hello. I've got Streamlabs working really well today. So far, it's all going well. Anthony Manzano, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. I saw somebody else. Yeah, Ronnie is also at school. So thanks, you guys, for stopping in. RF Gaming Channel, good to see you too. Thank you so much. And you know, I love what Streamlabs gives us available here. I hope that they continue to make it better and maybe get some of this working a little bit easier. Setting up Streamlabs OBS takes a little bit of effort. But today it's working really well. Oh my goodness, look here. Jason's with us from MakingStarWars.net. Good to see you. Christmas Amita says order. Good to see you, Jason. And today I'm just in Streamlabs and I'm using the browser add-in to be able to highlight the chat. And it works great when you're doing this solo. And as many of you know, normally I do a weekly stream with my friend, a Magic Maker. Today is the day we were scheduled to do that. Every Tuesday, we're going to do Tuesday Talks with a Magic Maker, give our predictions for the next episode of whatever it is coming out, or talk about what is getting ready to be released in the evening of, you know, Disney Plus is doing releases on Wednesdays now, midnight for West Coast, or adjust for your time zone. And hey, I see you there, Ducky. Hello, Ducky. Ducky's a good friend of ours. Good to see you here. I appreciate you being here. And you guys are great. Yes, Green Bear, it's Twidget. That's right. It works really well. I changed the background color so that you see here in the chat, it's clear instead of having that gray box around it. I like that because as the chat is longer or shorter, it all looks the same. So there you have that. So there you go. But anyway, a Magic Maker. We normally would do this together, and you may have seen his name on the thumbnail here. But a Magic Maker contacted me. They've got the pandemic running through their family right at this time. Be careful what I'll say here on the chat so that you guys understand what's going on there and I don't get hit with one of those warnings about the pandemic. So please keep a Magic Maker and his family. His kiddos are kind of going through it right now. So please keep them in mind today as they deal with that. And hopefully this will run its course and they'll be back with us next week. So, and next week's a big exciting week. We'll be getting the Visions. The shorts will be coming out. And I saw Josh Lucas was a little confused about that. And those are shorts. They're not full-length episodes. There might be a couple that are more longer, you know, regular length, closer to that 30-minute. But absolutely, some of those would be a good bit shorter. So yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jason. Really appreciate it. And look at that. We got Jason's logo there. The MakingStarWars.net. That looks really good. You guys, thank you so much. Let's see. Oh, yada yada. Oh, thanks so much. And you guys probably heard that chime come in. I'm going to have to adjust that so that it doesn't come on the stream so much. Yes, I'm excited for Visions. It's going to be the first anime. I've watched other anime like the Airbender series, and also the one that came after that with oh shoot, what's the name of that? Where the girl was in that role. Yeah, they're gonna be shorts. Some of them, and they were saying could be as short as 10 minutes. Others might be more full length. But they're going to drop the entire series next Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, wherever it is for where you are. So keep that. Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender. That was the one, and then the next Avatar was. I want to think it started with an R. Legend of Korra. That's it. Joel got it. The Legend of Korra. So I've watched both of those. Those are really good. I enjoyed both of them really, really well. So I think those qualify as anime, and those are the ones that I did enjoy. So Green Bear, probably out on Visions, giving it a chance. Yeah, sure. We'll give it a chance. We'll see how that goes. Hoping that it will have a few episodes. My sense for that is of all the episodes that are released, maybe there'll be a couple that you like, a couple you don't like, and a couple in between, and we'll see how they go for everybody. It could be all different, So we'll see how that goes. So I let you know about a Magic Maker. There's a couple of topics to talk about today. Yeah. Nikki, oh, the likes are atrocious. Oh my goodness. If you guys would do me a huge favor, we've been trying to grow, and YouTube does this all the time where we get subscribers and then subscribers go away, and we get views and then views go away. The hours and the watches go up and down all the time. It's a little confusing why they go down, especially like watch hours. But if you guys would do me a huge favor, if you're inclined, subscribe, share this out so other folks get to know what we're doing here. We just have a good, fun time talking about Star Wars, and we try to focus on the content here and not all the drama. So we're going to try to do that today as well. And we were talking over the weekend, over the holiday, about our predictions for the Book of Boba Fett. There's been a lot of rumors come out. Meg keeps giving us good content, and I was able to get my mega mug before her merch store went down. Hopefully, Meg gets that channel, that merch store back up, and we can other folks can get can get their mega mugs as well. That's hilarious, Green Bear. We'll talk about this a little bit. The sequel trilogy that Josh Lucas at Den of Nerds was talking about, and they talked about last night on the Nerd Theory. So there you go. Well, Nikki, that's your job. Nikki is a fantastic moderator for our Discord. She is a fantastic friend of the channel and just wonderful, wonderful supporter. So you guys, thanks so much. Hey, Jason, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's yeah, stop showing off. I haven't gotten mine yet. Well, hopefully they come soon, and hopefully Meg gets her merch store back up so more folks can get their mega mug. I'm just thrilled to death to have gotten it, and hopefully she gets all that resolved. So we were talking a bit about the Book of Boba Fett. There's been several videos out. Meg has shared some predictions for that. We've seen it kind of make its way through with the Star Wars News Network and other channels talking about the Book of Boba Fett and some of the news that's been released. Well, it's time to start putting together our predictions for the trailer. And we'll have the competition that we follow through for the season as we go week to week making our predictions. We had a lot of fun doing that with the Bad Batch. So we'll continue that with the Book of Boba Fett. And trailers are kind of tough, right? Because we don't exactly know where they're going to land or what might be in there. if it'll have any content at all. So I came up with 10 questions that I think can be predictions. And I thought we would get together today and talk about it as a community and see what you all think. And if you have not joined our Discord community, if you would, there's a great place to have some dialogue back and forth, and we'll come up with this list together. So let me share this with you guys. I've got it ready here to here we go, to share with you my Book of Boba Fett predictions. So this is just for the trailer. So you guys keep that in mind. These are I have 10 questions plus our bonus question, and we'll talk about that a little bit too. Let's see here. Let's see. Just make sure I'm keeping up. You guys, the Book of Boba Fett trailer predictions. Now, some of these things we sort of know are going to be in the season, but will they be in the trailer? Well, we don't know. So the first question I came up with was the outside of Jabba's palace. The reason I put the outside is because I think there's a good possibility we will see the inside, right? We'll see Boba Fett and perhaps Fennec Shand in that shot we got in the end of Mandalorian season 2. We'll get them down there in Jabba's on his throne. Well, that's the inside. Might you see the outside of Jabba's palace? That's a good question. So I try to avoid getting double ups, where if you said the inside of Jabba's palace and the throne room, then those are kind of doubled up. So one results in the other. So the first question I came up with is the outside of Jabba's palace. To keep going, the next one is Fennec and Boba on Jabba's throne. That's what I just mentioned. So this would be the inside of his palace. That scene that we already saw at the end of Mandalorian season 2. So so there's that. The third is the Slave One. Will you see Slave One in the trailer? Oh, that's Jason. It's a big deal. He's writing a book. He's never learned to read. A very special episode. Oh, you know what, Jason? That's a good point. In one of the High Republic novels, they talk about how literacy is pretty low out there in the universe, that people don't typically write, like handwriting. A lot of that is spoken into a translator or something. They're recorded that way, but the actual written text is not all that common. So it might be a little unusual to have written text. That's good. So is the trailer prediction form a Google form you fill out? Yes, Dale. This would be the same format that we had before. I'll share it out as soon as we come up with the final kind of version of this, and then you guys will have plenty of time to get it out. The fire spray, I don't know how much is behind that, but there you go. Darth Elvis. Oh, good to see you, my friend. Oh, thanks for joining the Sarlacc pit. Look, we can maybe add that to the predictions. Let's get through these, and then we will see what maybe we need to add in there. You guys are coming up with some good ones already. So the third question is this the Slave One. We'll see it in the trailer. Again, well, in the series, probably for sure, but in the trailer, will we see it? The fourth, Boba's new look armor. Will we see what that new look armor looks like? I'm not so sure. And I heard Meg clarify this, that new look armor is not a complete repaint. It's perhaps an addition of a marker or adding a little bit of trim. So it might not be a complete recolor like we had kind of thought it could have been about the that all black armor. The word on the street, as Meg has reported, is that it would just have some color variation added to it, but it's going to primarily look like Boba and Boba's armor and all of that. So will we see the new look armor in the trailer? That's the next question. Number 5 that I came up with is Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi footage. Will we see Boba Fett there with Darth Vader standing alongside the other bounty hunters? Might you see him with the carbonite block of Han Solo, or in Jabba's palace there when Luke and the company showed up to rescue Han Solo. So all of that is there. So Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi footage, will that be in the trailer? The next question, number 6, is a lightsaber. Will we see a lightsaber? So that, you know, they could go back to Jabba's sail barge. You might see Jabba's sail barge where Han Solo, blind Han Solo, backs into him and yeets him into the Sarlacc pit. And so you see a lightsaber in the trailer. That's the next question. And number 7 is in honor of our good friend Star Wars Meg. Jawa is heard saying Utini. She, you know, Meg has that in her intro of all her videos. So that number 7 is in honor of Star Wars Meg. We put that on here just to have fun with Meg. Number 8, any of the following. Will we see Jawas, Tuskens, Gamorreans, any of those characters be in the trailer? That's number 8. Number 9, one or more cameo characters. Will we see a cameo character? Not Boba or Fennec, but, you know, we've heard rumors of Cad Bane. We've heard rumors of other characters that might show up. As I just mentioned, if we get Empire Strikes Back footage, would you see Darth Vader in the trailer? That would be a cameo. Might we see Han Solo in Carbonite? That would be a cameo. So would you see a cameo in the trailer? And then number 10, the trailer explicitly tells us that the show is Boba's hit list, his blacklist. So number 10, would we know for sure that it's Boba's hit list? Will they tell us that that's the theme of the show? Well, of course, we've heard that rumor out there. We've heard it reported, but that's the will they tell us in the trailer that that's what it is? And then number 11, this year, if you've played along with us during the during the Bad Batch, you know that we had a fill in the blank question at the end, and this was primarily gamed by a lot of folks. Where they would put predictions in there that are kind of no-brainers, kind of gimme questions. So I put in here, you name it, come up with your own prediction for the trailer, but no gimmies, make it real. So none of this nonsense that we had in getting the freebies. This will be completely based on my verdict, if that is a valid question or not. So not to rig it, you know, Adam Fanjecture, he's the king of rigged. So we don't want to rig it, but we also want to kind of make it more of a game where people are actually making predictions in here. So that's number 11. So we've got 9 more questions to add. So we get up to 20, and we'll see where we get with the with the survey. So let me renumber this one. Let me make it number 20, and you guys will fill in the remaining questions here. And just as this goes, it's real easy to add additional questions in. And let me add in right before number 20. We're up to a number 11. And I saw that we had the Sarlacc pit. So let me put the Sarlacc pit on here. Sarlacc pit. Might we get the Sarlacc pit? Yeah, exactly. RF Gaming Channel. No predicting Boba will be in it. Right? No predicting Boba will have his helmet on. Right? Yes, we hope Meg gets her merch store back online soon. So number 11, let me go back up here. Oh my goodness, Perdidos and Hoff. Greetings from Spanish Star Wars channel. Oh, thank you so much. We've got a Hispanic, Star Wars channel, Spanish speaking. Let's see. Speaking about Meg. Where is she? Meg has been under the weather. Hopefully she's back up in full health. But she normally makes it into our chat at some point. We'll see if she makes it. Yeah, there's the Sarlacc pit going to be in the trailer to rope in the OT normies. Again, that would be maybe from the flashback series, right? So they may show us in this Book of Boba Fett the ESB or Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi footage, in which case you could check off several of these boxes, right? So the Sarlacc pit would be number 11. Let's mark that. And then add a number 12. We need a number 12. What's the next question we have here? Let's see. Get caught up with the comments. Yeah, high priority, high probability of flashback footage. I think so too. You know, what would be surprising is if the trailer was just that tag at the end of The Mandalorian. What if the trailer is just that tag that's where you see Fennec come in and take care of business, and then Boba Fett comes in and shoots what's his name there and takes the throne. I hope that it's more than that. Sarlacc eating a load of Elvis. Oh my goodness, eating some TVC blurgs while Constable Zuvio watches. Oh my goodness, where is our friend Zuvio when we need him here? That's that's good. That's good. Oh my goodness. Can you put in what episode we're going to expect Mace Windu to show up in Boba Fett? Oh, Anthony, I think that would be a good question for the weekly predictions. Will we get Mace Windu to show up? That's a good question. What order all of this will be taken in? And you know, if you watch the Blacklist, that series, the numbering isn't sequential. They don't go off of target number 1, target number 2, target number 3. We know that this is supposed to be about 8 episodes, the Book of Boba Fett. What if in the very first episode you got number 14 or something like that? That would tell us that there's going to be 2 seasons or more. What if it's number 27 on Boba Fett's hit list? That would be a lot of fun. But we don't know when we would actually see him. Oh my goodness. Yeah, talk about Meg's merch store. Sarlacc pit. Audrey 2. Oh, you guys get that reference, right? Audrey 2. Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors. Very good. Very funny. Dominic. Santa is in the trailer. Oh, we could add that, but let's see what we could. Bib Fatuna. Bib Fat Tuna. You know, I think we could put Bib on there because if they give us that tag that was at the end of season 2 of The Mandalorian in our trailer, you'll see that Boba comes down and shoots Bib. So we could put Bib Fortuna on there as number 12. I think that's a really good question to add. Let's get on to number. Oh, you know what? I didn't put the answers. You got to put the answers on there. Come on, Santa, get your act together. There we go. Sarlacc pit, yes or no? We got to put Bib Fortuna. This is we got to change it to multiple choice and make it yes and no. So let's see here. There we go. Oops. There we go. Number 13. We need number 13. All right. We got Bib. A blurg. You know, I would love to see a blurg on there. Now, I did have the question. I saw this on here. Mace Windu at the end, a cliffhanger, yada, yada. I do have on here a cameo. Then Mace Windu would be that. You know, this would be a good thing to put into the fill in the blank when it comes to some of these cameos. We've heard of Cad Bane. We've heard of Mace Windu. But would they show us those characters in the trailer? And I hate to just list a bunch of characters. When we get into the season, we'll say, will this next episode be, you know, for Cad Bane? Or will it be for Mace Windu? Or so forth. But I hate to put them in here as the questions, unless we just need some to fill in some of our points. So there we go. How about Bo-Katan? Bo-Katan. Oh, Bo-Katan could absolutely show up in the series, but would she be in the trailer? Again, I think that's best to leave as a fill in the blank. Stormtroopers. Oh my goodness. How about that? I love that, Ducky. Stormtroopers. We'll put that in and question mark in a parentheses, stormtroopers, and we'll make that a multiple choice. Option 1 is yes. Option 2 is no. We'll set that one, and we'll move on to the next question here. Add a question. Number 14. All right, there we go. I saw a super chat come in. Here we go. Is the Book of Boba Fett reading a book, or Boba's book club with Finnick? It's Boba's book club. Today, boys and girls, we're going to read about the Sarlacc pit. And and then Finnick could have little hand puppets and act out, and here's where blind Han Solo runs into Boba Fett and knocks him into the Sarlacc pit. Oh no! Oh, that would be fantastic. Ronnie, thank you so much for the super chat. It is very much appreciated. So there you go. Mark Hamilton, I think OT bounty hunters are likely to come in a cameo. Boss, Dengar Zuckus. Yeah, I want to talk about some of these characters. I've got another game that we're going to add. It's a bingo card of cameos. Bingo card of cameos. So you need to have 25 on there to make a bingo card. 5 rows, 5 columns, and we'll cover that next. So these are great characters to put on your bingo card. Yes. Darth Maul. Darth Maul would be a good character to add. Would he be on Boba Fett's hit list? Would he show up in a cameo? When we had young Boba Fett, Maul was certainly in the picture before he was out there doing Reefer Man Reviews. Hey, Wade, good to see you, my friend. I'll predict Force Ghost Yoda will show up dressed like Santa. Oh, he'll show up there. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. Imperials. That's another good one, Mark. So similar to Stormtroopers, but not Stormtroopers, actual Imperials. We'll get Imperial officers. There we go. We'll add that in there. Yes. No. All right. There we go. We need 4 more. So we're up to number 16. Right? That was 15. No, that was 14. This one's 15. All right, 15. Next, we need just a couple more. There we go. What about the Armorer? Oh, the Armorer is really good in there. That's really good. That's really good. Probably no Omega showing up. She'll have a story. Right, I agree with you, Chillmonger. And thank you for stopping in. Oh, Chillmonger. Appreciate the support, my friend. Probably no Omega in the Book of Boba Fett. I think that's probably true. We need to see her character arc develop further before we see her show up so much later. And the same sort of thing with the Bad Batch members. We're talking a good bit of time after, like 5 years or more after Empire Strikes Back. And with the aging of the Bad Batch, where we see them before the A New Hope, then we're talking they would be quite old. So there you go. Hera and the Ghost Crew. I don't know we would see them in the trailer. Oh, if you guys missed it, there's some context here about Nikki needing some towels. There you go. Might we see Boba Fett use his flamethrower? Oh, in the trailer. There you go. Boba Fett. What do we want to put in here? Boba Fett using his blaster or flamethrower. How about that? We'll put that on there. Make that a multiple choice. Yes or no. And we will set that on there for number 15. Very good. Now we're up to 16. Number 16. All right. Let's see. Get caught up here. There we go. Oh my goodness. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. I gotta get back up. Darth Maul's dead. Oh, Sheev. Good to see you, Sheev. Thanks for joining the chat. Good to see you here. Darth Maul in a flashback. He's dead by then. Yes, Darth Maul is dead by this point, right? By the Book of Boba Fett, he's definitely dead. But we could see Maul in a flashback, right? Go back to when Boba Fett was younger, in, let's say, the Clone Wars era. If you get some flashbacks like that set up why Boba Fett has this grudge against whatever character, then you could go back and show the context of it. Then jump to current time when he's searching for them or trying to execute them. And you notice I said trying because I saw Sheev in here. We got to make sure that or his knee gun. Oh, that's right. The knee. Oh my goodness. Here we go. A Jawa card instead of a bingo card. Less questions. Oh, that's fun. Or Django, right? Django's 5. We could have a Django card. Oh my goodness. Whistling blurgs. Like the whistling birds. That's very good play on words there, Darth Elvis. Very good. We see Tatooine or maybe Mandalore. Oh, Sheev, that's a good one. So we said the outside of Jabba's palace. Now let me ask this question. If we said Tatooine, then when we see the outside of Jabba's palace, that is also Tatooine. So that would be a difficult one to put on there because it's a twofer, right? We want to try to avoid that. If we say Tatooine, then we say not Jabba's palace, right? So how would we do that? What might we put on there? A port, or might we put a specific place? That is a good question. Mandalore is a good question. That's a good call. So we could put on in a trailer though. Do you think they would show Mandalore in a trailer? I don't think so. I think you might get we might get a scene that takes place out on some planet, but I don't know that you'd be able to identify the planet or the context of it, right? That might be tough to put in for a trailer prediction. Again, as we get going into the season, absolutely. Yes, we could see Django. Absolutely, Sheev. Django's ghost. Oh, hilarious. A jetpack flight. Ooh, I like that. I like that, Ducky. We see a jetpack flight. And so that could be any Mandalorian, not just Boba Fett, right? Boba Fett could be doing a jetpack, or you might get a cameo with Din Djarin or Bo-Katan or one of the Night Owls or, any other Mandalorian that could be doing a jetpack flight. So I like that one. So we'll put a yes and we'll put a no in here. In the trailer, will we see a jetpack flight? That's a good question. Let's add another question. Number 17. We're getting there, my friends. We're getting there. And then we'll take a look at if Django's a ghost, would his whole body show up? Or would he be without a head? Like nearly headless Nick from Harry Potter. Would he be fully headless Django? That's very funny. Hey, Wayne has to go. Good to see you here. Thank you for stopping in, Wayne. Good to see you. Hey, our friend Trinity's here. Good to see you. 2nd Street Marvel. Trinity, thanks for stopping in. Good to see you, my friend. I'm curious if we'll even see flashbacks in a trailer. Right, that's my concern, Sheev. I don't know. Like a trailer, it's tough to put a lot of this stuff in. Could we see the Darksaber? Whoa. What, do you think we should put that in for a question for the trailer? We have 17, 18, and 19. We have 3 questions. Let's put a pin on that one and we'll come back to it. One of tons of death in the Book of Boba Fett. All killer, no filler. Sheev is banking on it. Sheev really wants, and I think I kind of missed this the last time. Sheev was trying to get me to double down on our bet. So Sheev and I were talking about might we have we have a bet. We have a bet that says if Boba Fett kills Cad Bane, it directly kills Cad Bane, then we get a. I have to put Vader's lair back here as my background for an entire week. But however, if Cad Bane dies by any other means, not by Boba Fett, then Sheev has to stay in Santa's winter cabin for an entire week. So there you go. But Sheev did send a super chat 4 days ago. He said, let's double down. Boba kills Cad Bane and Mace Windu. Oh my goodness. I don't know, Sheev. I don't know. There we go. Trailer will start with somehow Boba Fett returned. No explanation in the show on how he returned. Oh my goodness, Ronnie. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Maybe we'll see it. Crime syndicates. Oh, I like that. Yoda's meme den. Oh, hello. Thanks for joining. So let's put on there. Let's put crime syndicate. Crime syndicate members. Crime syndicate member. Let's do that. So somebody from one of the crime syndicates shows up in there. So another Hutt, perhaps, not Jabba the Hutt. So crime syndicate member. Would we count Jabba the Hutt if we see a flashback and see Jabba in one of the scenes? Or we talking specifically like the Pikes and other crime syndicate members? So let me put that in there. I'm going to put that in there as a clarification, not Jabba. There, just to make it clear, and we'll change this to multiple choice. There we go. Option 1, yes. Option 2, no. There we go. Did I put the question? Yes, we did. All right, we're good. Number 18. 2 more questions, my friends. 2 more questions. Number 18. How about Jabba's voice or Sarlacc pit? Okay, Nikki, we put it in the Sarlacc pit. Ooh, what about Jabba's voice? We hear Jabba's voice. I like that, Nikki. And I'm going to put it in here. We hear Jabba's voice, like the ho, 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 right? So when we get that in here, we want this as multiple choice. Here we go. Option 1, yes. Oops. Yes. Option 2, no. All right. So there we go. Now one more question. And then I want to go show you guys the bingo sheet that I've been working on. Do we finally see Bo-Katan, like Meg said? Green Bear. We'll put that into our bingo sheet, and we'll see what cameos we get. Will we get Bo-Katan? Will we get any of the Night Owls? Will we get, oh my goodness, might we get an early appearance of Sabine Wren? Oh my goodness. Moochie, or a sibling, another Hutt. Right, that would be a crime syndicate. So if we get another Hutt, Agara. Captain Rex is in the trailer. Dominic Rucco. That's funny. Trust me, bro. That's my trust me, bro. Dominic Rucco saying Captain Rex in the trailer. Chillmonger, we love Tatooine, Hoth, and Mandalore. What favorite planet from 7, 8, and 9? Oh, favorite planet from 7, 8, and 9. Well, you'd almost have to go with Jakku. It's very Tatooine-esque, but as you read some of the additional content around the end of the Empire and the Battle of Jakku, and you see what happens there, Jakku might be the one that comes to mind, perhaps. Could we see parts of the unknown regions? Ooh, Anthony, that would be super exciting. I would love to see Thrawn or Chiss or the unknown regions. I just don't know. I don't know. RF Gaming, watching the first Mando trailer, get inspiration. Very good. A whole lot of vague places. Hera and the Ghost Crew in the trailer. I don't know. Oh, a Rancor. There could be other Rancors. Okay, so let's put a monster on here. Let's put a monster. Like Rancor or other, right? There we go. We've got our questions on here, and I'll finish this up. We'll get it out to everybody so that we have our trailer predictions. We've got our 20 questions on here. Let me just get caught up here. Boba kills Sheev. There you go. There you go, Sheev. Darksaber's a big gun. I don't think they'll use big guns in a trailer. Right. I'm with you, Gray. And that's my concern about a lot of these cameos. I really don't know that they would show Cad Bane in a trailer, or anybody else. I really don't. Boba kills Din Djarin. Oh, season 3 of The Mandalorian canceled. Glimpses of some Clone Wars bounty hunters brought to live action. Oh, that would be fantastic. Crimson Dawn, Pikes, etc. That's exactly right for our crime syndicates. Absolutely. What Mark said. Cad Bane's not going to die. I agree with you 100%, Gray. And that's why Sheev and I have this bet. That's it. We're here. Jabba's laugh at, like it's Spider-Man with the Green Goblin. Yes, I love it. Jabba doing giving a ho 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 ho. That would be good. A Wookiee crime lords. When's the trailer going to drop? Falcon Apoda. I've been waiting for this question. I think the trailer's going to come at the Disney Plus Day, November 12th. November 12th is when I think we'll get our first Boba Fett trailer. So I think we're going to have to wait a little bit. I know Josh Lucas said maybe this month or next month. I don't think so. I think we're going to have to wait till November 12th. If we see Boba aim his blaster all Western style, unseen object, oh, I'm going to riot. Nikki, you know, you might actually get that. I think that that's a very possible thing. We'll see Boba Fett firing, or we'll see blaster shots going, but not see any context. That's hilarious. Take a sip from my mega mug right there. All right, let's see. Stormtroopers and Imperials into one question. Add pod racers. Pod racers? Why would we add pod racers, Mark? I don't know. Pod race in the Book of Boba Fett. I don't think so. I think pod races have kind of passed. So I think pod racing, in Star Wars lore, pod racing was sort of a banned sport, sort of frowned upon because of how dangerous it was. So Crate or Ilum is one of the favorite sequel planets. Oh, Starkiller Base, right? Crate or Ilum. Crate, Assault in The Last Jedi. Very good one. I love those. I love the Crystal Fox. Those are fantastic. Pod races were on Tatooine, but I don't know that we see it in a Crate. Why did you choose it? It's really salty about it. But dun. Oh my goodness. Chillmonger. That's hilarious. Carbonite. Might we see Carbonite? Pod race. I don't think so. I think pod races are kind of gone. Let's see. Ronnie took Jabba's palace. Yeah. Cad Bane's going to use a walker, but Nikki. Oh, funny. Red key racers. Raiders. Red key raiders. I do hope Watto, justice for slave trader Watto. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, well, it would be great to see Watto again, but I don't know. I just don't think it. Yes, crime syndicates do love banned sports. I just don't think we'll see it in a trailer. So I'm caught up with the chat. I think so. Let me just see. I saw a couple other. There we go. All right. Cad Bane with his own AT-AT. Or one of those smaller walkers like we saw in the Clone Wars. It's sort of a AT-ST kind of thing, but the much smaller, like a single person kind of sitting on the outside like a motorcycle seat where they... People demand pod racing. You could put it in there as your fill in the blank. Number 20. Number 20, you name it. You come up with your own answer. You could put pod racing in there. That'd be fantastic. You guys, that would be great. So I think we have our 20 questions. I do want to show you the bingo card. So I've created this bingo card, and we can. Oh, we'll see the return of Max Rebo and the band. Get the band back together. I would love it. What's the name of the guy we meet at the start of the road? That's in Disney World at Galaxy's Edge. Oh, that's I've got it. I've got it in here. I got to look at the names because you asked me out of Hondo Anaka right there. That's Hondo Anaka. So look, I've got an empty sheet here, right? I've got an empty bingo sheet with Fennec Shand as the free space. So these are all the rules for the bingo sheet. Is these are all cameos. So name characters that might show up in the Book of Boba Fett. Some of these have been confirmed. We know some characters, but here you have the free space in the middle, Fennec Shand, and then you can fill out your bingo sheet with whatever characters you want. I have a whole list of them here that we just came up with to help people come up with an idea, and we had some given from our Discord. So again, if you've not joined our Discord, please come check out the Discord site and come on in. But here we have a whole list of characters, some likely, some not, just a bunch to give you some ideas who might be on your bingo sheet. And then you can fill it in however you like. And here's just an example of a test one that I have written up for myself. I don't know if this is where I'm going to end up or not, but you just fill in your bingo sheet, put the characters that you think will show up during the Book of Boba Fett, and then as we watch during the season and the cameos happen, you can mark it off. A point for every one that gets filled. So 1 point, you can get 25 points if you fill up the whole card, plus a bonus of 5 points for every bingo. So let's say that you just got, the middle row filled out. Django, Dengar, Fennec, Hondo, and Bo, right? There's 5 points for that, plus another bonus 5 for a bingo. That's 10 points. You can only claim one bingo. So if you fill out your card and there's bingos, diagonalies, and ups and downs and all that, you get one bingo. But here you could have the entire card filled up, right? If you fill out the entire card, it's a 25 additional bonus points. So there's 50 points if you fill out the card, right? 25, one for each square, plus a bonus 25, that's 50. Plus your bonus 5 points if you get a bingo. There's 55 points. 55 points for getting a complete card. But then any portion of that could be something else. Yes, and as Mark said, all bingo sheets would need to be submitted prior to the first episode. So, hit me up in Discord. We'll share this sheet out with you so that you can fill out your own. There's all kinds of bingo creation sheets out there where you can go online and you can fill in however you want. You don't have to use mine. You could fill out your own bingo sheet using whatever you want. That the key is you have to submit it. You have to submit your bingo sheet in Discord. Say, this is my sheet. And then we'll be able to fill that out. Mark's asking a good question. Bingo is a separate game from predictions. We will add your bingo points at the end of the season as a bonus, right? So you go through the predictions throughout the season. You're gaining your points. At the end of the season, you can get up to 55 bonus points for your bingo sheet. So it would go on as an add-on at the end. So there you go. Yes, Django. We'll call it Django. Your Django sheet, Jango, Django sheet. You can fill that out. You can get 55 points at the end of the season added to your predictions, because these are predictions, right? You're predicting that these are characters we're going to see. So, these are... That's right. You can see that some of the characters we know for sure, and there's only 8 episodes. So 25 is a lot of characters for 8 episodes. A lot of cameos. And I saw somebody ask, Palpatine in the Book of Boba Fett? Look, it's a character. If we get a flashback scene, say, of Darth Vader there, why not get one of Palpatine? So, like I said, this is just an example and we could take it out, right? You could replace it for whatever. Yoda's meme den. What are the points for? Oh, every week we do predictions, and then we like to put on a little highlight people who get points. So like that at the top, you get featured on my video the following week if you beat Santa on your predictions. You go in the ticker, and then and then you get recognized for that week. And then at the end of the season, we'll show, like I showed there. I think this was our predictions for episode 15. Okay, so this was just episode 15 of the Bad Batch, and that ticker runs through the entire live stream. You get called out as somebody who beat Santa in your predictions. At the end of the season, we put together the season Wall of Fame, and those people are the folks who tied or beat Santa in their predictions, and we'll put them on for the entire week in that ticker. So there you go. Yes, the bingo names are specific names, not generic. No Jawa or Stormtrooper. That's right, Mark. So the bingo predictions, those are cameos. Those are named characters that have prominent roles. So yeah, Jawas have prominent roles. They're huge in Star Wars, but they're not cameos. They're more generic, right? So right, you could put any character from Star Wars that you want could go in here. It doesn't have to be one from this list of names. I just was giving some names here as an example to pick from. But any name that you want, you could put on here. So, right, I put on, we could see Qui-Gon Jinn in the trailer. He's dead. So, yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn is dead before the Book of Boba Fett, for sure, Anthony. But if you think that they would do a flashback to prior to Qui-Gon getting killed with Boba Fett in the Book of Boba Fett, then you could put him on here, right? You could put him on there. There you go. Let's see. Stormtrooper TK3431. Oh, Jawa, Stormtrooper, and Gamorrean Guards. No, Ronnie, those cannot be on your bingo sheet. You have to have cameo characters, named characters. So, if there was a specific Gamorrean that makes sense to put in your predictions, you could certainly put a Gamorrean, but we need to know who it is. Yes, Jar Jar Binks. You could do that as well. Yeah, you could do that as well. You could put Jar Jar Binks in there. He is alive during the sequel era. We don't know where he is by the time of the Book of Boba Fett, but yes, you could absolutely put Jar Jar Binks in your bingo sheet. So that's the rules behind bingo. You guys, again, hit me up on Discord if you'd like to use this bingo sheet format. This is in it's like PowerPoint. So this has just got a chart on top of a PowerPoint slide. So if you guys want to do this sheet, I'll give you a copy and you can fill it out. Or you can go to use any resource you want to come up with your own bingo sheet. Remember, Fennec Shand has to be in the middle space. That's the only condition. Fennec Shand's in the middle space. She's your free space. And then you can fill out the sheet with any character, any cameo that you want on here, right? There you go. No repeating names. You can't put on there a whole sheet of Fennec Shands. No. And then you fill out your entire sheet on number 1, right? No repeating names. Very good. Cal Kestis. Yeah, oh, very good. Yeah, you could put Cal Kestis on there. Yeah, Fennec Shand's a safe bet. That's why she's the free space there, Chillmonger. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Do they have to be specific Star Wars character? Could a Syndicate? No, Syndicate, only a named cameo. So you can't put like the Red Key Raiders. You couldn't put on Crimson Dawn. You couldn't put on Pikes. You have to put a specific person. Can you put down Boba? No. It's his show. No Boba. No Boba Fett. Right. No Boba Fett. He's not a cameo. These are cameos. He is the star of the show. So no Boba Fett. There you go. Very good. You guys have any other questions? Let me know. There's a couple other points to bring up here towards the end of the show. First of all, is this Lego Star Wars? They released this trailer. I'm going to mute it and let it play here. So here's the trailer for this Terrifying Tales. It's the Lego Holiday Special this year. They're doing a Halloween themed show. It looks fantastic. I chuckled at the trailer. It's really good, guys. Go check it out. If you haven't already seen it, it's a fun trailer. Streaming this Halloween, you can see they've got the they've got this holiday special. Features Poe Dameron really prominently, but we get cameos here across all kinds of things, and it ties into another topic here to leave. If Boba makes a cameo, I'll lose my mind. Well, Boba has to make it has to show up in the Book of Boba Fett, right? Mrs. Boba, right? Yes, the Lego Holiday Special. Look there, we got Mother Townsend. You got Maul. Oh, it's fantastic. Everything's tying together. It looks great. Instead of a rabbit's foot, you got a Wookiee's foot. It looks like. Boba's not a freebie. He's a given character, right? We know Din Djarin's in the show. Well, Din Djarin, we've heard that released, but it's your choice to put him on there or not, right? Can't put in Sand People, Tatooine Raiders, Tuskens, or right? You could put in there a named character. If you knew a name of a specific Jawa, you could definitely list it. Right? Yeah, this is sort of like a what if. Lego holiday specials are tons of fun. It looks really good. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And I've been watching a lot of the Lego stuff on Disney Plus. It's really good. I love it. So there you have that. And I wanted to bring up one other point, and it's from Josh Lucas. He talked about it yesterday. He released a video on it, and then they talked about it on Nerd Theory. Will we get a sequel, another sequel trilogy? So 10, 11, 12 in the Skywalker saga. Will we get another trilogy? And he kind of used as evidence that George Lucas's original plans were to have a 12-story arc. And so let me put this on here so I don't forget about it, Yoda's meme. Will we get another trilogy involving the sequel characters? There have been rumors of additional content coming to Star Wars involving the sequel trilogy characters. But will this become Nikki? I see you, Nikki. I see you. Will we see additional trilogy involving those characters? I don't feel like it's going to be a sequel trilogy at all. I don't see them adding on to the Skywalker saga. I think they've closed it. I think the Skywalker saga is capstoned. It's got a beginning, it's got an end. And as they were talking on Nerd Theory last night, look, a big portion of the... Oh, yes, the Armorer news. I do have to talk about that too. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. I do not think we're going to get anything added to the Skywalker saga. Might we get movies involving the sequel trilogy characters? Absolutely, I think so. I think it's very probable we'll get additional Star Wars content with sequel trilogy characters, whether that's Rey, Finn, Rose, Poe Dameron, that kind of thing. And I don't mean Lego content either, right? I mean actual canon content in the form of a show or a movie dedicated to sequel characters, not just a cameo. Might we get a movie that comes after The Rise of Skywalker that's not part of the Skywalker saga? I think that's possible. Would we get a series that happens after The Rise of Skywalker, but it is not part of the Skywalker saga? I think that saga is done, right? I think it's done. So I do not think we're going to get any more. Let me pick up a couple things. Yoda's memed in. asking a question. You know what? I think I got something turned off. I do have something turned off. I got to turn it back on. So I'll bring them back up here and highlight them. Um, the upcoming Lego game. I love Lego Star Wars. I love Lego Star Wars games. I love Lego Star Wars shows. I love Lego Star Wars holiday specials. All of it. Lego content. I love the Lego movie. Lego DC. All of it. Fantastic stuff. What do I think of the upcoming game? I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. And I do want to bring up Mark's question. I can go back up. Where was it? Can we see Adwin Charo? Nikki, yes, this is what I saw you. Yes, I think we agree. I don't think we're going to get any continuation of the Skywalker saga. The Armorer news. This is what I wanted to bring up. So Dragon Con happened over the weekend, and I saw Junkman did a review. He ran up there with his kid, and they went to Dragon Con. He said largely it was a bust. The things that he went there to see were not really prevalent. It was nothing like they've had in previous Dragon Cons. And if you're not familiar with Dragon Con, it is a fairly large one of the primary conventions in the United States. It is huge. It's in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, and Dragon Con's a big deal. Well, they had the actress who plays the Armorer attend Dragon Con, and she was in one of the panels, and they asked her, was she going to be in Mandalorian season 3? She joked around, but then she gave a sketchy kind of answer, right? She avoided it. And as Meg covered today, I think it's a sure bet we're going to get the Armorer again. And you got to remember, she does have those Zabrak horns on her helmet, which means that she was one of the followers of Maul when he was the leader of Mandalore. And she is part of a smaller clan within there that have very specific standards, right? This is the way. They have very specific standards, and I think it's very likely that we will see her again in The Mandalorian. Absolutely. And go check out Meg's, Star Wars Meg. Go check out her video from today, and you'll see that. So I wanted to highlight this before. So here was Sheev the Wise's super chat from the other day. Let's double down on Boba kills Cad and Mace. So that was there's Sheev's super chat from earlier, and then we got Ronnie came in, and we'll let this play as well. Now let me get caught up here on the chat. Santa turns to the dark side. Kiaran, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, the super sticker there with the fox, the smiling fox. Thank you so much for that. And let's see if I can get Ronnie's super chat to show back up here. I may have clicked on it twice. We'll see if it comes up. The Sith Nerd, good to see you. Yeah, hopefully they don't delay the Lego Star Wars game. It's supposed to come out in the spring, so hopefully that happens. Anthony, I think they rewrite the entire sequel trilogy with more input from George, John, and Dave. I don't think so, Anthony. I think you have to really, really be careful. And we brought this up before as well. Look, it's the last performance of Carrie Fisher in Star Wars. If you retcon or you redo it, or you take you kind of eliminate it and do a redo, take a mulligan, then you take out Carrie's last performance, and then you try to bring that in through any kind of CGI or anything. It's not going to fly. I think it's disrespectful to Carrie, and I think it's disrespectful for all of the sequel fans out there who came into Star Wars through the sequels. I don't see that happening at all. I do think that they could add on some information. So as Josh Lucas said, they could get George to come in as a consultant to do another trilogy in the sequel era. But I really just don't, I really don't see that happening. An unmasking scene with the armor in season 3. Oh, that's another question, Ashton, that came up. And let me see if I can get this super chat to come up here again. There we go. There's Ronnie's super chat from earlier. Uh, and we already talked about it, but I wanted to get it to come up here on the screen so you guys could see it. And it just recognized the wonderful support we get from you guys with your super chats, your memberships, and all of that. So thank you for that. So the question was, would the armorer possibly be Omega? I don't think so. I think that the armorer is her own character, and as Meg said, don't count on it. All right, she does not believe that that is it at all. Could we get an unmasking scene of the armorer? You remember, she's part of that guild that believes that this is the way, right? You don't take off your helmet, right? And they have really good reasons for that, to keep their anonymity so they can go out and do things without being targeted as one of them. And let's see if I can get Kiaran's super chat to show up here on the alert, if I can do that. Only one Kenobi. What's up? You said make 2 alternative realities with the world between world spin. You know, only one Kenobi. I'm full support of leaving that ambiguous. There's a fantastic video out there by Lore Star, and then we saw our friends at the EBN, Echo Base Network. They have their kind of spin on that same Lore Star video, where they use the world between worlds to set 2 alternate realities. I'm for leaving that ambiguous. Don't close that door, but don't address it either. And then it allows folks to really play off of it if that's something of interest to them. So, there we go. Now I got Kiaran's super chat in there. Oh my goodness, we got another big one here. So, Ducky, I struggle to see any big budget theater releases getting greenlit for the time being. I agree with you, Ducky. Look, the future of Star Wars, in my mind, at least in the near future, is through Disney Plus. Through those series, we have a lot of excitement built up for the Book of Boba Fett, for the Kenobi series, for Andor, for Ahsoka, for all of these other series that are in the works and rumored in the works, and we're drawing in new fans. We have people that, joining the fandom through these series that have never watched Star Wars before. They got on board for the whole Grogu, Baby Yoda, right? That drew in people, and we've got folks joining because they have these Disney Plus subscriptions, and they can catch this content and watch it on a weekly basis. You get caught up in the sort of the nerdy hype water cooler talk every week, and these reveals and watch parties. It's very interactive with the fandom, and I think it helps the franchise as a whole. And I think that's where we're going to see. We also see a lot of disaffected people who were angry about the sequels, who came in and they love this content. They love what John and Dave are doing. They love what they're doing for, Lucasfilm's doing in the space in these live action series. Not only that, but the Bad Batch, for the folks that watch that, it was largely enjoyed. So I think that you're right here, Ducky, that I really struggle to see them doing kind of saga kind of films again. At least anywhere in the near future. I just don't see it. My friend Gray. Oh, no way they're erasing the sequel trilogy. Recontextualize it? Absolutely. I believe that 100% Gray. I think absolutely we're going to see some recontextualizing where perhaps we get a different view of the hut scene with Luke and Ben. Maybe we get another version of the truth. We've already got 3 or 4 versions of the truth through those movies. So it absolutely could give us additional context to what led up to that event and what even happened in that event. We don't have a definitive truth there. I know it's alluded to in The Last Jedi what the truth is somewhere in between the two, but they could still recontextualize it with additional content and give us a different view of what's going on with Luke at the end of The Force Awakens. What's going on with him during that time frame where he goes to Octo? maybe we get recontextualization to understand why he's there, what he's doing there, and he's not just a hermit, who's angry or whatever. I'm 100% with you. Absolutely. Only Juan Kenobi. I hope the armor isn't Omega. Everything doesn't have to connect. Right. I agree. It's the armor is her own character. Omega's her own character. Not everybody has to be everybody. And I kept saying that going back to the sequel trilogy, where everybody kept saying that Plagueis this, Plagueis that, when everybody was saying Snoke was Plagueis. I'm like, no, he's not. Snoke is Snoke. And then they were saying that Plagueis was going to show up at the end of episode 9 as the big bad. I'm like, no, you're not going to take a reference from the prequels, one tiny reference to hearing the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. Right? You're not going to hear that. Is the big bad behind the entire saga. You get a reference in the prequels, and then you get a reveal in episode 9 and learn that the entire saga is underpinned by Plagueis. That's not happening. So, different characters. Absolutely. Absolutely. Even Marvel's struggling. Right. Filoni's my spirit bantha. Very good one, Chillmonger. I love that. And FF I trust. Right. Filoni and Favreau. Very good, Nikki. It doesn't make sense if Omega's the armor. I agree with you guys. It doesn't make sense. I don't buy it. Armor having Maul horns on the helmet. That's the that's the Zabrak horns where she there's a lot of discussion about that Darksaber. And that Darksaber does not bequeath rulership of Mandalore. Those that did wear the Zabrak horns kind of do subscribe to that the whoever wields or whoever is the rightful owner of the Darksaber is the rightful ruler of Mandalore. That's not the case. Having rightful ownership and being the wielder of the Darksaber only gives you a claim to the throne. There are lots of other things that could lead you to a claim to the throne of Mandalore as well, but it doesn't have to be that, right? It doesn't have to be that. Mark, but Snoke was Palps. Oh, not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. Palps says to Ben, I'm every voice you heard in your head. And when he does that, he's Vader, he's Snoke, he's Palps, right? The whole gamut. Just because he's the voice that Ben heard in his head doesn't mean that he is Snoke. Palps had some influence over Snoke, right? Palpatine had some influence over Snoke. He was putting some of his will into Snoke, but Snoke was still Snoke. Snoke is his own character, Snoke. And he certainly had influence, but he was not Snoke. Right. Santa Bingo, bequeath. Check. Oh, Ronnie, the armor has those horns on her head, right? The Zabrak horns. And Omega was a child with the Bad Batch when Maul was ruler of Mandalore. That's true, Ronnie. But I don't think they're one and the same. And there's some theories out there, but I do not subscribe to them being the same. RF Gaming, doesn't make sense for Omega to be the armorer now. Who knows what happens in the story? She watches the Bad Batch get wiped out, taken by Mando extremis. Could be, but I just don't see that happening. My theory is that she is going to end up joining with. I've got some things spinning on my screen. Hopefully, I don't lose you guys. But my theory is that she's going to leave with Fennec Shand, and her and Fennec will be out together during the original trilogy era, and we'll get explained to us where Fennec has been and where Omega has been, because they're going to be out doing something together. Actually think Plagueis could and should have been some kind of clone mashup of both Plagueis and Sidious. He's tall like a mun, but human like Sidious, like clone Frankenstein. Ooh, only one Kenobi. Not a bad theory. And if you saw the Bad Batch, you see also where there's that cloned uh, creature that kind of falls down on Fennec, and it looks a lot like one of the cloners, but the proportions are a little bit wrong, and that could be a precursor to Snoke having a little bit of mixed DNA from this and that and put together. So Snoke very well could have been a clone Frankenstein of sorts. We do know that he is a strand cast. I think we know that for sure. If Snoke's a strand cast, he could be a mix of different DNA. I think that's a fair thing. Ashton, I don't like when we see characters show up 20 years later after their first appearance. It restricts the stories between. Right, and I think that's why we're not going to see Omega anytime soon, like in the Book of Boba Fett or in Mando Season 3. I think may have been Jason Ward or Meg said that they think the first time that we'll see Omega in live action, I think Meg said this, would be in Rangers of the New Republic when that gets reworked. We know that that was shelved, but that doesn't mean that it's gone forever. And Jason has shared on makingstarwars.net, he has shared that the show was not canceled. It was shelved while Favreau was writing other things, and that Favreau was going to come back, or is even now doing the writing for Rangers of the New Republic, and you could put Omega in that. But that's still coming after we'll get more time to pass, and then we can get that story. All right, we can get that story. Let's see. Doing an animated Luke series. I would love to see that, yada yada. Been saying that for a long time. Deus Ex Palpatine. Snoke was definitely Palpy's puppet. Well, puppet isn't the same as being. It's not like Palpatine was animating Snoke. Snoke's his own character, but Palpatine was affecting his mind, affecting his thoughts, affecting his actions. But Snoke was still Snoke, doing what Snoke, Snoking. Oh, very good. Is Red Force lightning canon? I'm not sure, Gavin. I'm not sure. Ducky, most of our theories are better. Well, that's my complaint about Ryan Johnson, was kind of squashing fan theories about Snoke, and that the whole your Snoke theory sucks. That's not healthy, right? Fan theories and fan speculation is great for the fandom, and it's great for engagement. And then you learn, like maybe you were misled, or maybe you came up with some far-fetched theory that didn't come to play, but you weren't ever insulted from it, right? I don't think that's a good idea. Ronnie, I don't think we should see Omega in live action yet. Right. It should happen later. We need more of her story developed before we see her in live action. Snoke was snoking. Right. That's right, Ronnie. Very good. And then I see, I'm just waiting for the chat to catch up here so that I can put it in. If they bring Omega to live action down the road, will she have Gonki? Oh, oh, much like we get Luke with R2, we get Omega with Gonki. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious, Mark. Very good. All right, you guys. Hey, we've gone a bit long today, but I appreciate you being here. We're working out a stream for tomorrow. Tomorrow there's a big Hasbro event. It's Fan First Wednesday with Star Wars. And you know, the reason they moved that from Fan First Fridays to Fan First Wednesday is Disney Plus is going to start releasing content on Wednesdays instead of Fridays. So Fan First Wednesday with the Star Wars reveals will, in the future, as Disney Plus is releasing content, they can do Marvel and Star Wars and other drops when the new show drops. So should we get, let's say, another repaint of Boba Fett wearing his slightly altered armor, they could do that after that episode drops, or once that reveal happens. They can do the Fan First Wednesday with your Boba Fett repaint. I know everybody's waiting for another Boba Fett repaint. That's everybody, rather than getting blurgs, or say Rebels characters that have never been given to us in Vintage Collection, they'd love to give us another Boba Fett repaint. So they'll be doing that. So tonight, right here, Wait. When are we getting Visions? That's next week, Ronnie. 1 week from tonight. So we'll get the Visions released. The entire series is released in one shot. So tomorrow's the Fan First Wednesday with Star Wars reveals. That's happening at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Just for your time zone, 11 a.m. Eastern. And then I'm trying to work out with Bosk's Bounty and with with our good friend Zuvium, Martin Keeler, to redo a review of the Vintage Collection and Black Series figures that are given to us tomorrow. So I definitely want to cover that. We're still working out timing for when we can make that happen. I see some updates. Let me see here. Oh, it looks like we're going to push it to Thursday. So we're going to do a reveal, or we're going to do a review with Bosk's Bounty and Martin Keeler on Thursday. So tomorrow, I will do just a stream myself, where I give you my first shot of it, my first take, sort of hot off the press. And then Thursday, look for Martin Keeler, Zuvium, and Bosk Bounty. We will do a live stream together where we talk about the figures and what we hope for, what we got, and perhaps what we can continue to hope for and future reveals after that. So look for that. Boba repaint is silver and blue, just like his papa. Oh, very fun. Very fun. Thank you so much, Chillmonger. So tomorrow we'll be talking about the Hasbro event. And then Friday, we'll see if there's news to cover with Meg. We've been doing weekly Star Wars news in review on Fridays with Star Wars Meg. Yeah, we didn't have Meg in our chat today. She might be working on some content. She's been trying to get her merch store back up. You know, I was able to get my Mega Mug right there. My Mega Mug. I got it before her merch store went down. And hopefully Meg is able to get that back up. And folks can get their Mega Mugs. So if there's news to cover and Meg's available, we will plan to do that on Friday. Please, if you would, we need a Slave One repaint. Right, as the fire spray. You know, when Din Djarin kills Boba Fett and Cad Bane's still alive, and I'm doing this just to pick on my friend Sheev. If she's still here. When Din Djarin kills Boba Fett and he takes the Slave One, renames it the fire spray, then we can get a repaint. I'm trolling my friend Sheev. You guys, I don't think that's going to happen. Before the hate mail comes, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just having fun trolling my friend. So remember a Magic Maker. His family's dealing with the virus right now. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Hopefully we'll see a Magic Maker next week as we get ready for the Visions release. And Kiara, still waiting for your Mega Mug. Oh, hopefully you get that soon. Hopefully you get it soon. Yeah. Lord Vito. Oh, good to see you, Lord Vito. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, Din needs a new ship. Right, we solve all the problems. Log Branch. We solve all the problems. We get Din Djarin kills Boba Fett, takes the Slave One, renames it as the Fire Spray. So you get your Slave One rename that everybody keeps doing their hate videos on. You get the Slave One rename. Din gets his new ship, and we take care of Boba Fett not killing Cad Bane. There. Oh, there you go. There you go. Good to be talking TVC soon. Thanks so much. Let's do a stream together. Yes. And only one Kenobi. Let's do that. Let's do it soon. I would appreciate that. And you know what? Only one. If you're available tomorrow, noon Eastern, 5 p.m. UK. You're there in the UK, right? All the cool stuff, right? If you're available, I would love to talk to you tomorrow at noon, and we can preempt Martin and Bosk's Bounty together. So if you're available, let's work that out. All right, that would be great. Kindle made it in right here at the very end. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Remember a magic maker and his kids. His kiddos are going through the virus right now. They're dealing with the symptoms and all of that. So remember him in your thoughts and prayers. And until next time, my friends, I'm going to hit my little outro button. I'm not going to forget it today. Oh, Merry Christmas, and may the force be with you always. Thank you.